Hi, welcome to day 3 of the 21-day yoga challenge. My name is Anju, and we're going to start today with a standing sequence, and it is about a series to help us look after our back. So it's a really important part of the body and to take care of. So we will start standing, so coming hip distance apart, so bringing your heel to the arch and then just turning round. So being here and then tuck the pelvis under a little bit. So just settling down first, feeling the feet grounded. If this is not very good for you and you need to just move the feet, please do. And the palms facing to the middle of the room. And relaxing here, connecting with the breath for just a couple of breaths. And we will start by loosening the waist. So the idea is to do this movement as slow or as fast as you like. So we will start with bringing the hand on the right shoulder and then just moving to the side a little bit and then just changing to the other side. So just really loosening the waist, the shoulders first. And you can see how you want to do. So the idea is to really let go. You're not controlling this movement. Really let go. And again, just if it feels good, close your eyes and just see how you want it to be, or you can have your eyes open, whichever suits. So to the side, and if you're feeling a little bit tired, then you can go slow, but if you want to kind of get a bit more energy going, then you can go a little bit fast. Just really be guided by the intelligence of the body. And then coming to a stop. And now we're going to do a little bit of a side twist. So this is also good to release some part of the back. So if we start with the hands in front, the fingers just touching a little bit, and then moving to the right, so the hips, the feet stay in place. Just go back to as far back as your right arm goes and looking at the hand and releasing the shoulders. And then coming back to the center, to the side, left side, coming back to the center. So just a few more of this movement, so loosening movement here. And a couple more. And if you like, you can coordinate it with the breath. So inhale, looking back, and then exhale, coming to the center. So if coordinating with the breath is not something that you're used to, so just breathe normally. So whatever you do, simply make sure that you're not holding your breath at any point in time, and you are breathing. So exhale out, and inhale back, and then bringing the arms down. And now we're going to make our way onto the floor into a kneeling position. So kneeling and making sure that there is enough padding so that you're not hurting your knees here. So you can put a blanket, whatever you feel like. So bringing the hands down directly underneath the shoulders. But if you've got tight shoulders, you can walk your hands a little bit forward and to the side, just something that feels good for you. But as a guide, start from just underneath the shoulders, opening the fingers wide, and then using the whole surface area of the hand so that the weight is not just on your wrist at all. So you are really using the whole hand. And then the hips are directly the knees are directly underneath the hips. So the movement here, we're going to do a few variations of cat-cow. So we will start with the movement starting from the base of the spine. Let the stomach drop, looking up, and then bringing the navel to the spine and hunching and curving the upper back. So inhale, movement starts from the lower back, looking up to the ceiling, opening the shoulders. Exhaling, navel to spine, let the head drop. 2 more. Inhale, looking up, opening the chest. And then exhale, coming down and curving the back. Now again, if this coordinating movement, breath with movement is not working for you, then just breathe normally. So 2 more here. So you might feel it in the lower back, in the upper back, just wherever. So 1 last, so inhaling, looking up to the ceiling, opening the chest, let the stomach drop. Exhaling, movement starts from the base of the spine, navel to spine, head drops down. And then relax for a moment. So if you need to just come into this position, and if you need to release your wrist, please go ahead and do that. Okay, so now we move on to the next set of sequence, which is now targeting a little bit the middle of the back. So I will talk through first. So we start in the same base position. So we inhale the same as before. And then when we exhale, we come at the tip of the fingers, slide the fingers a little bit towards us. And then we use the subsequent inhalation to come into a rising cat. So the arms in cactus, the shoulders open and looking up. So you come up as much as you like, so without dropping the head too much. And then we come down into child pose with an exhalation. Okay, so now I'll talk you through the sequence. So inhale into cat, looking up. Open the chest, let the stomach drop. Exhale, coming on the tip of the fingers, walking the fingers slightly forward. Inhale, rising cat, arms in cactus, a little bit of the back bend if you like. And then coming into child pose, resting for a moment. So carrying on, 3 more rounds in your own time. So inhale. Exhale, tip of the fingers, inhale, rising cat, and then coming into child pose. So, inhale, right, tip of the fingers with the exhalation, inhale, rising cat, feeling the chest open, exhale, coming down. So make this one, the next one, your last one. So inhale, cat, exhale, tip of the fingers, rounding the upper back, and then opening the chest. Feel squeezing the shoulder blades together, looking up, and then coming into child pose. So your version of child pose, just spending a moment or 2 there. And so now we're going to come to the next sequence here, where we will try to isolate the lower back. So this is an area that kind of takes a lot of pressure from sitting down. So we're going to try and do this. So it might feel a little bit strange. So in this, it's the cat-cow, but in this one, we will fix our gaze on the mat so that we can try and isolate this area. So keep fixing on the mat. So inhale, the upper back. So, sorry, inhale, and then exhale, it goes up. So inhale, and then exhale. So you can see I'm trying to isolate that movement. And it's only possible if, well, for me at least, if you're fixing your gaze on the mat. Otherwise it becomes like the first cat-cow that we did. So a few more. So inhale, goes down, exhale, the lower back comes up. So it's just really isolating that movement. Couple more breaths. So with the inhalation and the exhalation. So if you're finding this difficult, you might want to just put something on your back and see whether that works for you. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but if you've got any vulnerability in that area or what you want to take care of your lower back, this is a really good exercise to do. And then we're going to come into the next version, which is a traction cat. So basically we're going to try and go in the position of child pose, but then we're not going to go and bring the buttocks to the heels. So we're going to stay somewhere a little bit away. So in this pose, we just walk the arms a little bit forward, and then we bring the back towards the back, and then we just stay here. So we're not going too far, and relax the shoulders. So this is the traction cat, and you might feel a really nice stretch of the lower back here, and staying in this position and breathe. So stay here and breathe. So a couple more breaths in this position. So if you need to kind of go back up a little bit and then come back, and just releasing the back, so releasing the shoulders as well, but you need to really see where you feel something. We're all very different, so it will work very differently for each one of us. So we've done a few exercises to work the upper back, the middle of the back and the lower back. And slowly coming back to the center. So now we will just come up into standing again, and we will do one forward bend, which also helps to release the back. So if you inhale up, and then exhale, coming down, and wherever your arms go, bring the center of gravity a little bit forward. And here you can also feel the stretch of the back, and also the back of the whole of the back of the legs everywhere. So let the head hang. So staying here for a moment. You can always grab opposite elbows if you like. If you need to, you can bend your knees, but just really feeling that stretch. So sometimes the back, any back issues might lead into the back of the legs as well. And then slowly uncurling and coming back up into standing. So since we've spent a little bit of time on all fours, so you can just stretch the wrist a little bit, like so, and again like so, just stretching the wrist, and you can rotate the wrist just to loosen the wrist so we've not caused any unnecessary tension there. Just rotating, loosening that wrist. So we have now come to the end of our 15 minutes workout, and thank you for joining me today, and thank you again, and hope to see you at the next one.